Can you guys see? Okay, cool. Today, in my TISM lair, we're building a set of speakers. This video is just going to be doing the cabinet. I'm going to try and not make this boring, but you know how I am. Anyways, I've been working a new job, and that's mostly why haven't been posting a lot of videos recently, just because I work Monday through Friday, and a guy gets tired when he gets home at 2:30 p.m. God, 2:30 p.m. Jimmy, you got time to do stuff? I'm tired. Anyways, I work in a warehouse, and if we're not gonna use a pallet, it gets thrown out or someone takes it away, and that someone has been me, because fire pit. So I've been taking home this pallet material, and we have one particular product that we have to unbox, and it comes with a pallet, or on a regular pallet, but it has this plywood nailed or stapled to it. I pulled this off the pallet. It's got a little bit of a box store lumber curve to it, but it's not terribly bad. Yeah, we can work around that. And it has, let's see, I got this other thing that is from the same brand product that this stuff comes in, but the pallets have these tops to them. I've got 3 here that I'm going to kind of disassemble, and maybe I'll do that off camera, and we'll just get right to the cutting. But anyways, this is the material I'm working with, and then part of that product, when we unbox it, we are left with a bunch of foam. So I have foam for the insulation. Anyways, we're going to build speakers for a bar out of this reclaimed pallet material. With the foam that I have a lot of foam, more than I'll need for this speaker project. But with the wood and the foam right there, I probably got a couple $100 at least, where the material's there. Of course, we still have to order the actual parts that make a speaker speak. That's going to be another $600, 6 or 7. No, probably another $500. I've got some ideas for drivers. A couple of them are going to be JBL type stuff, because we're going to build sort of a PA or a pro audio speaker, like budget pro audio, in the TISM layer pro audio speaker. How do I begin building a set of speakers? Well, here's how I do it, and this is probably the wrong way, but I've built so many, it's like whatever. Here's what I'm doing. Well, taking things into consideration, speakers at the bar right now have like 10-inch woofers, give or take. We want to go a little bigger. We're going to go 15, while making the cabinet not terribly big. We don't need it that big. So 15-inch woofer. Okay. What's a cabinet I know that can be built easily and cheaply and, do pretty good? Well, my dad's gonna like this. So Dad will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe back in 1984, 1986 or 7, somewhere in there, the mid-80s, Dad bought himself a nice little present, and he bought, from Radio Shack, a realistic Mach 2s. And these were fantastic speakers, and of course over the years they got wore out, and we fixed them, and then I might have messed around with them a little too much. And then the particle board just started getting kind of crappy, and so we retired them. But anyways, he kept this stuff and let me have it. This is like my guide for building just a plain old set of speaker cabinets, throwing a 15 in it, and running like the same size port tube they got here, like a 2-inch, and having pretty good performance. Now, that's not necessarily the right way to do it. This is just, I'm kind of copying, but I'm not going to call them Mach 4s or something like that. The other way to do it is, you have software and calculators and stuff, and you figure out, what size box the woofer you're using needs. In this case, we're gonna, you know, it's like we're in the kitchen. We're just gonna whip something together with a reference. So that's what we're doing here. So the reason why I have this is it has the cabinet dimensions right here. I'm gonna loosely copy that. They're 28 and 3/8. Maybe we'll just make it 28. 17 inches, 17 and 5/16 inch. 17 inches and 5/16. I don't know how to say that. It's not metric, so we can just make that 17, or we can go 18. Maybe we'll go 18. So we'll do 28 by 18, and then we can do 13 on the depth, because this says 12 inches and 7/30 seconds. 7 30. Come on! We're gonna keep this on our toweled, rebuilt Chevy 350. Now, I grabbed these pieces as like extras. We might be able to make everything from these tops. So 2 of the tops should be able to give us a couple of front and backs. This stuff, it's good enough. Let's see. What's our biggest piece here? Is like 16 and 3/8 is the widest scrap piece I got here. And we have a total length of 48 inches, 4 feet. So that's neat. The grain's going in the right pattern. Yeah, this one's got a bit of a. It's a David. Well, let's make some sides. Or should we do the front or backs first? Well, we're doing not oddball measurements, so as long as we keep it on that oddball measurement, and we're gonna end up doing a finish sand job on it. Should be fine. Let's make the sides, get these pieces cut down and out of the way, and then we'll start cutting these down. When I get to these little cap things, I'm gonna take the sides off and then yeah, go from there. That's what I was supposed to do with the first one. I guess these are bloopers. Front and backs, and then I'll make the other 2 sides because I messed up the first time. I'm having a problem, guys. I guess maybe I should put the saw away. Just kidding. What was throwing me off is the grain. Normally I go up and down, but this one I accidentally cut it the wrong way. Eventually I'm okay. This is going to be for the front and back, doesn't matter. But the sides I'm going to have up and down on the wood grain. That's the height of our speaker, 28. Now we have, for one speaker, front and back, or we got two fronts. But we have 2 out of 4. 18 by 28. I just have to make sure I make the same mistake on the other one. Okay, after a few screw-ups, I don't know what was going on with me, but I was making the wrong cuts. But I've got enough material to finish this out. So normally the front and backs, I always have the grain going up and down. Well, because of our little happy accident, we're going to be going left and right, and then on the sides up and down. The tops and bottoms don't matter because you will not be able to see them. A big portion of this is getting cut out for a 15-inch woofer, so that's going to be gone. And then you're going to have a 6.5-inch mid-range, a 2-inch port, and a tweeter that's going to take up about 4 inches of space. So the front doesn't matter, and the back you're also not going to be able to see. You'll be able to see the sides. So what I may just do, I mean, we got kind of an ugly end there, but I'll figure it out. We need to figure out our best. I guess we'll go with the goldish looking. Go with that, and then we might just actually paint this black, and then we're going to have a stain and clear coat on our sides. Not sure. Might just stain the whole thing and not do paint. Just stain it and then we'll clear it. I do notice on the sides that we have here, we got some holes here. Probably what I'll do is maybe get some sawdust and glue, and I'll fill those up. Or better yet, we could just fuck up again pretty bad and not end up using that piece at all, like ever. I actually don't know if I was recording. So this is what we're looking like so far. We've got a back, we've got a front, or really doesn't matter, we can pick before we cut anything. We've got one board here that's bowed, but if we can do this a couple different ways. We could have this come on the outside, which I normally don't like to do. But instead I have the front or the back up against the edge of the sides, which is how I normally build these. But it's got a little bit of a bow to it. But what I can do is actually just glue and nail the corners here, get them nice, and then we can work it all the way down. So I think that's what I'm going to shoot for. But what I didn't like is that it was looking a little too much like that. So we're back to front, we're 14.5 inches. I cut these to 13. How thick is the wood here? It's 3/4, which is what I normally buy. Well, what's 3/4 and 3/4 put together? I don't know. Inch and a half. So this is 13 minus an inch, 12, 11.5. Okay, let's rip them to 11.5. Because I don't want them just, you know, I want to skinny them up a little bit. They can be a little bit like this and kind of tall, but the big back thing or whatever, I don't know. All right, where are we at now? The inside's cut to 11. That puts us at right at 12.5. I think that looks a lot better. I didn't want them to be like, you know, huge. What dimension am I looking at that's screwing me up here? Well, how wide is that? Why is it... Man, this is not my night for measuring. So that's 6... Oh, it's on the... it's before a half inch. Shoot! There we go. It's done. You know, I'm well rested. I haven't been drinking. I'm not doing anything fun. I am just me. I guess I'm too excited to build these, especially out of reclaimed materials versus stuff that I've, would normally buy at the store. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna get these top and bottoms built. Of course, I'm gonna do one speaker first for the top and bottoms. We'll build the other pieces, build the other cabinet, and then I'll cut those tops and bottoms for that, and then we'll have the base cabinet built. Well, got one cabinet built. I've got to... Well, what time is it? 6:41. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and build the other one. I've got, see, two sides. I got the front and backs, and then I've got some leftover scrap from all this to do the top and bottom. Since I made another mistake in cutting, I've got this random remnants from the last speaker build I did that I must have been drilling into, but this other side's good. This can be a top. Again, these these speakers are mounted up on the wall by the ceiling, so really all you're going to see is the sides and the front. And a lot of times people aren't even looking at the speakers anyway. So, however, initial presentation, whatever. However, did I say however twice? I think these are going to be fantastic. I'm going to be putting some cap corners, cabinet corners. I was close. I put those on each corner. It's going to give it kind of a pro look to it. But we're going to have the added benefit of not using particle board or MDF. I actually don't know what some of the pro audio speakers use. Probably an MDF, and they usually get like carpet or whatever. These ones, we're going to make them look, kind of match the bar, So that's what I'm kind of going for. And these are looking pretty decent. And it's raw. It's not sanded. It's not cornered or anything. So all that stuff will come when I get the holes cut out for the woofer, the mid-range, the tweeter, the port tube, and as well as the terminal in the back. And then once all that's done, then I'll do all the finish work, like the sanding and stuff, and then get the cab corners. We're just going to call it the cab corners. Get those on. I think I put those on after I do the stain, because that's like the last bloop. We'll be doing grills. It's going to have just a black mesh grill for the woofer, one for the mid-range, and then the tweeter is kind of, they're on their own. And then it'll be bringing them over and putting them in the bar.
I love you, man.
It's the next morning. Both cabinets are assembled. Can't do anything further. Well, I guess I could do some sanding and whatnot, but I'm gonna kind of just stop here for right now because I've ordered everything to get these assembled and, you know, listen to them and see how they sound and how they perform. I'm pretty confident they're gonna do pretty good because we based it off of a classic Radio Shack speakers that, you know, in my experience, they shook the house. They were pretty good. And I had when we fixed those up, we had cheap 15-inch woofers in there. I think they were like $25 or whatever. And yeah, that size box with a 15-inch woofer and a 2-inch port tube just rocked the house. So I think this is gonna work out pretty good. But yeah, I was going to get some JBL woofers for this, but I ended up going with a different woofer. It's actually the same ones I have in my speakers in the house that I've had pretty good luck with. Just due to inventory stuff, I couldn't get two JBLs at this moment, so it ended up being cheaper going with the 15s that I purchased, and I'll go over that when we get parts in the next video. So yeah, those are done. All this material plus the foam in those bags that you see, where you at? Right here, where the horns are. Got all that from work, free. They were gonna throw it out. So I have, through some trial and error because I was not thinking clearly, I screwed up some cuts, but I was able to put together a couple of speakers out of pallet material. So that's pretty cool. Got all the tops and bottoms in. They're completely done. When we get the holes cut out for the woofers, or for the woofers, we'll go in there and I'll do a final bead of glue to seal it up so we don't have any air leaks and weird noises. And then we can start putting it together, test it out, and then if we're happy with it, which I think we will be, I will be, then I'll go ahead and do all the finished sand work, stain, clear coat, and then put them up at the bar. So anyways, that is it for this video. I'm gonna edit this video and start my day. Yeah.